Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diary. So today I'll make another video in the same series of lazy programming series, and in this series itself this is a challenge 3, and I'll just let you know about the problem statement first and then we'll go for the solution for it. So as we're doing always in a challenge itself, we just understand the problem statement first and then we go for that solution for it. So my recommendation is just understand the problem statement first, pause the video and then write the code, whatever the things you are able to understand, whatever the best way you can make the code for it, try your best. If you're not able to solve, even if you have attempted 50%, that's okay, like at least you have attempted something, then go for the solution for it. Just see that how exactly is it correlate or something is went wrong in it. But if you're not able to understand how to get it solved, that then in that case go with the solution, understand that, try to get it replicate, and then later phase itself, once you replicate that, then try to make it some type of twist you have to use it, so that you have to get some different type of output. So with the same code itself, try to customize the code in that code itself, so that you will get the different type of output. By that way you can learn how exactly we can write such type of code when there is a problem statement type of thing. When we are seeing such type of problem statement, how exactly we can solve that problem. So even you can replicate the code, then try to modify it as per your need itself, and by that way you can learn that way. So now I'll go ahead further with the problem statement first. So what is a problem statement? So today we just have to print, like most of the person, if you have learned about it, C++. So we are making a star, either I can say the pyramid itself type of thing. So that type of thing we'll try to get it achieved with the Python itself today. But two things which we are supposed to do over here itself, we have to take two inputs. One, we have to take it like how many lines we want to get it print, and the second input we just want to identify whether we want a true in which we are going in the increment order. Means like on a first line it's a star, then in the second line we have 2 stars, third line we have 3 stars. So that was the increment 1 till whatever the lines we are giving it. But if we are talking about the another one, we are selecting a option 1 which is a false one, then in that case it's going in a decrement order. So the top value having whatever the right example, if we have selected 5, so 5 star we have it in the first line, in the second line we have 4, 3, 2, 1. So that was a decrement 1. So we have to select as per our preferences, and on the basis of that how many lines we are giving as an input, on the basis of that only the output will be presented for us. So this is the problem statement which we wanted a code to be written. I'll read the content for you which I have developed, so that on the basis of that you were able to correlate how exactly you will draft the code and make this successful, this challenge. So develop a Python program that generates a pattern of stars based on a user inputs. The program should prompt the user to input the number of lines, that is A, and a boolean value as B. So the boolean value indicates whether the pattern should be printed in a ascending order, that is true, or if it's in a descending order, that's a false. So the program should define a function star A comma B that takes the number of lines A and the boolean value B as a pattern. Inside this function it should print a pattern of stars should on a specified conditions. If the B is true, then the pattern should be printed in an ascending order, starting from 1 star in the first line and increment by 1 star in each sequence line up to the line, whatever the lines, how many the lines we required it, till then the count will be increased by 1 by 1. So now if the B is false, the pattern should be printed in a descending order, starting from a star in the first lines, and it's going a decrement order, like 1 star will be reduced from the top one. Now the program should then call the star functions with the user provided inputs to generate and display the desired star patterns itself. So user will get it defined, on the basis of that the program will be a trigger and the output we can see it. So it totally depends on the user inputs, how many lines you want to get it printed and in which format you want to get it printed. So A is an integer representing the number of lines for the star pattern, which we have already discussed about it, and B is a boolean value 0 or 1 indicating whether to print the pattern in ascending order, that's true, or descending order, that false. So now if we're talking about the exact what type of output is it, so the output will be looks like a star itself, like star 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 star, or in the decrement order we just have a full line and then we just coming in such a way itself. So in a forward ascending we are just making like this, for descending we are just making like this. So that is actually we just trying to get it achieved in this. So now I hope you are able to understand the problem statement, very clear about it. Now we go to the system just to explain you about how exactly the code we have to write it. It's just a small code, not a much stuff. We just have to write it over here itself, but it's a tweak over here itself which you have to remember. So let me go to the system now. So in the practical section of challenge 3, so this is the actual, I hope you are able to make the code itself. If you're not, then this is a solution for it. This is a bit simple solution. What we have to do, we simply have to take the input first. So as we are defining a problem statement, we had to take an input as an integer first from the user itself, how many lines we want to get it print. Okay, once we get it, take that, then we have to get it defined the boolean value, which we have to get it defined whether we wanted the pattern to be get it printed in a ascending order or a descending order. To get it in a descending order, we simply have to mention it as 0. 0 it indicates as a false. If we putting as an entry as 1, then in that case it will understood as a true itself. So that we taking as an integer itself a value, but it's get it overall we get it converted as a boolean. So it true and the false is the output, we are getting it as a B. So A, whatever the value we're giving it, and B, whatever the value we're giving, on the basis of that we are getting either a true or the false. Now taking forward, this is a function name which we are defining it as a star itself. Now A and B, the value we are just trying to get it passed over here itself. A, whatever the value we are giving input, and B, whatever the value we are giving input. Now taking example, if the input we are giving as a B itself a true, then in that case this condition will be fulfilled and we are going inside of it. Initially the C value equal to 1 itself. I am telling you like why it's 1 itself. Later phase itself you can able to say like we have to just for the true itself we wanted a 1 star to be get it printed in first line. So that was the reason we have to get it defined over here itself like that. Okay, now what we have to do here itself, we can see while C is less than equal to A, what it means, till the value of C is less than equal to A, this while loop will be working. Okay, so initially the C value is 1 and B value is taking as a 5 5 itself, then in that case this will be 1 and this will be 5, this will be true. Now it's going inside of it. Initial value of C is 1, so 1 equal to star, it means a star only. Now we have to increment the value of C. So like in first line we are printing 1 star, in the second line we have to print 2 stars. So that was the reason C initial value is 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Now the C value become 2. Now again the value will be trigger, and over here the C value is 2 is less than equal to 5. Then in that case again 2 times the star will get it printed. Similar like that it will go till the value will be equal to and less than. Okay, once it's get it terminated, automatically you can see that pattern will be get it generated for us. Take example, if the input B as a false one, then in that case this else will be get a trigger, and inside of that we have the while. Over here itself A is greater than 0. Why we are telling it, like whatever that input we are taking it over here itself as a, it should be greater than 0. Okay, it should be greater than 0, and then the value will be get it into by A, and the value will be get it A minus 1. Okay, I'll explain you what exactly I mean by that. Over here we are not using this concept, we are doing that same stuff directly itself over here. So what we have to do, whatever the input we are giving it, so A should be greater than 0. Till A should be greater than 0, this will work. So now the value is A is 5 cross star, then in that case 5 star will be get it printed in first line, and we are trying to get it reduce the value of A by minus 1. So after this round our value of A become 4, and once again it will trigger, it will the value is greater than 0 itself, and 4 times star will get it printed. So that is all about the else statement. This is all about the if statement. Now forward it, this is the star A comma B is the statement by which we are calling this function. Just to get it execute, we are calling this function. So when you are executing the code itself, this line we will take an input, and then after that this will be get it triggered, and on the basis of that this function will be get it called, and we get the output as per our need. So I hope you are able to understand, and even if it's after seeing the solution also you're not able to understand, just go through it once again. Still not able to understand, just put the comment in the comment section of this video itself. Let me know what's the challenge you are facing it. I'll try to make you understand once again. Just customization if you wanted something to be over there itself. This code and the statement, whatever the problem statement we have discussed about, everything I'll populate on my technical blog, even on my technical channel. I'll put it over there itself. Even on my GitHub I'll provide the details about it with the documentation file. You can get it from there itself. Don't worry about it. This is simple. These are all the concepts which we have already discussed about it. We have learned in our previous lecture itself. If you have not attended all the previous lectures, go through it first and then go for this challenge. It's bit easy for you. Okay, so thank you so much once again. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.